What's going on, people? In today's episode, we are going to be comparing the two main chess sites, Lichess and chess.com. Now, without further ado, let's get straight into this video. On chess.com, so both these platforms are free-to-play platforms. Now, let me just show you a cool feature I found out loading up these two sites. So if we give these two sites a error 404 page not found, on Lichess we get this GIF, which is, I don't know, a funny GIF, and on, sorry, that's chess.com, and on Lichess, I don't know if it said chess.com or Lichess, but on Lichess we get this cool game. Now, I will not go through it too much, but you can play it yourself. Basically, you can't go on the red squares. If you do, it's check. So you have to weave your way through and get to the end. Now, that's just one cool hidden feature that I found while just before making this video. I typed the Lichess address in slightly wrong by accident, and it gave me that fun, cool game, which I did not know about. So I tried it on chess.com, and yes, I got this GIF. So 1 point to Lichess straight out of the bat. Now, to add, these are both free-to-play platforms. The only main difference I can actually think of when trying to play is if you play against the computer, because playing online you can play endlessly. Now, when you analyze your games online, chess game review is different to using the chess analysis engine. So the game review tells you what moves we're winning and what moves we're losing and for what reason. It gives you like a verbal input. Well, it's text on screen, but it gives you writing on why you went wrong. Whereas in Lichess, the engine is simply just the engine. Now, in chess.com, I must add that the engine actually has 3 lines, of which is the best move, the second best move, and the third best move. And Lichess does only have one. Oh, I'm playing Stockfish. This was a Fisher random game. I filmed this episode before and it went way too long, so I am refilming it. But anyway, in Lichess we can also, if we play, so in chess.com, the analysis is different. Not different, but you get more analysis in chess.com, including a verbal analysis, but the verbal analysis is paid for. Like, it's called game review, and in game review you have to pay for. It's a part of the paid subscription, whereas Lichess is completely free, even to play, to analyze, and to do other things on. So the only main difference is when you're going to play, to be fair, chess.com has a lot more variants too. So if we go to play a variance here, we can scroll through this list on the right hand side and just see that you can even play checkers. So chess.com certainly has a lot more variants compared to Lichess. However, it has bots too. So when we go to play and we go to computer, we can see that the chess.com has bots. The only main thing I've learned about these bots is they'll play different openings against you. So, say for example you play the Mr. Beast bot, it will play less good openings than, let's say, the Magnus bot or the Hikaru bot or the Danya bot. These will all play slightly different openings, but nonetheless will play very good chess. Now, back to Lichess. If we go to play the computer, we do have a Stockfish level strength, and this is, in my opinion, ever so slightly better because, one, you can go down the same road with the openings. you can input the openings yourself, I'm pretty sure. I'm not too sure. But if not, you can just change the level slightly, and it might play a different variant against. Just to say, for example, the Sicilian, you want to close Sicilian, you can keep trying to get a closed Sicilian position. And one thing I like about this, so from position, you can add the position here in Lichess. So you can play a similar style of like going down the only route of having the only opening. So, I don't know, say for example a Dragon Sicilian, you want to play Dragon Sicilian over and over and over again, then you can just put the FEN in there and play the Dragon against Stockfish and see what's the best opening to play against it and things like that. However, one thing I do like about Lichess is we can play various variations. So, we can play Chess 960 against the bot, we can play King of the Hill, 3-check chess, anti-chess, atomic chess, and we can play from position. There's other variants, but I don't know what they are. Now, on to the next point, puzzles. In chess.com, puzzles are a paid thing. Now, you do get one daily puzzle for free, and you can do 3 puzzles for free on chess.com to increase your puzzle rating. However, on Lichess, you can simply do as many puzzles as you like, including going down the puzzle dash or puzzle streak. What's it called? Puzzle streak. You've got the puzzle dashboard, which this is also quite useful because it gives you a input on how you're doing in your puzzles. Tells you how many puzzles you've done, what ones you got right, what ones you got wrong, what puzzles you can work on, and this can give you a good indication on what things you. So say for example, if you play a lot of puzzles and you just make the puzzle moves really quickly, then this could be something to look for in bullet games. But if you play a lot of if you play puzzles quite often and you like to sit there and try and work out the puzzle, then this could be on in classical games or possibly even both. Either way, puzzles are made to improve your knowledge in both variants, Blitz and Rapid and Bullet. We also have Puzzle Storm, which is the timed version of puzzles, so seeing how many puzzles you can get in certain amounts of time. And then at the bottom we have Puzzle Racer, so this you can play against people, or it's like Puzzle Dash in Puzzle Battle. It's like Puzzle Battle in chess.com. And the only thing I like more about chess.com's puzzles is that you can actually choose custom puzzles. However, because I have played the 3 free puzzles for today, I'm not sure if it will let me use custom puzzles. Yes, it will. So this is actually quite cool. Maybe I only get a similar, only, you know, 3 puzzles or something like that, but this is incorrect apparently. Yeah. I don't know what the right move is, but anyway, you get free puzzles on chess.com, whereas on Lichess you get ultimately as many puzzles as you want to do. Now this takes me onto the learn section. In chess.com there is obviously a lot more tabs when you open the learn section, including practice, and this is including openings, master classes, master games or whatever, and drills. And then from custom positions we've got end games, openings, classroom. I'm not too sure what this is about. Let's go back. Insights, so this is what you could do better. However, when you go onto the insights page, it will not show you your insights. You have to be a chess.com member, which means you have to have paid for chess.com to get your insights. Let's see what else you can get on the learn section. So you can get, oh yeah, you can get Chessable courses, which are also, of course, also paid, and AIM Chess Training. I'm not sure if AIM Chess Training is a paid website. However, it does sync up with chess.com and give you insights on your openings and I think possibly even puzzles. Then of course you've just got the analysis section here, which just takes you through any random opening, and these were the 3 analysis lines I was on about before, compared to the 1 analysis line you get in Lichess. And in Learn, the analysis bar is actually under tools in chess.com. However, see how we get 1 line of engine. We can also choose 5 on chess.com too. So the analysis boards are very much similar. So when you go to Learn, you can press Learn and it will teach you the basics of how the pieces move. If you're new to chess, this would be very brilliant, because of course you don't want to be paying for a subscription on chess.com and not knowing where the pieces move, going to your analysis board and then getting told everything's wrong that you've been doing. Just not understanding how the piece moves is a battle of its own. So loading up Lichess, straight away you get greeted with a Learn page, and then you click it and it shows you straight away the rook moves in straight lines, the bishop moves diagonally, queen is like a rook plus a bishop, the king is the most important piece, and it teaches you all about the fundamentals and the intermediate moves and then the advanced moves. And then it says what's next: register for a free Lichess account, practice, use puzzles, watch some videos, play people, play the machine and test your skills. In addition to this, once you have done all them and you are becoming a chess novice, you can go to the practice board of Lichess, and this will take you through all the piece checkmates. And when I say all the piece checkmates, it will take you through every single different piece. So 2 rooks, a rook and a queen, a rook and a knight and a queen. It will take you through all the pieces. It teaches you all the basic tactics that you need to know, pins. It will teach you about the 2 different types of pins, like pin to the queen and pin to the king. It will teach you about skewers, fork tactics, discovered attacks, double checks, overloaded pieces, switch and souk, and X-ray attacks. Switch and souk is an in-between move, an intermediate move for anyone that's streamer orientated when it comes to naming their chess tactics. Then you get all the intermediate tactics like zugzwang, interference, Greek gift, deflection, attraction, under promotion, desperado, counter attacks, undermining, clearance. Then you can get pawn endgames where you get the key squares, the 7th rook pawn, 7th rank rook pawn, and then you get opposition. So opposition is when you get the king in front of the other king. If you don't know what opposition is, come to Lichess, press on the Learn page, go to practice and come down to opposition. It will save you a lot of endgames if you don't know what you're doing. Then you get the rook endgames. So this is really useful if you are unsure on what you're doing in Lichess. Along with that, you can also practice the coordinates. So in chess.com, I'm sure this is a do. Yeah, it's in more. Coordinates. I can't find it. I can't find it. It's in there somewhere nonetheless. You can practice your coordinates, which is basically making sure your whole board awareness is on point. So knowing that you can go to this square, this square, this square, this square. Just knowing that this is A8, this is H1, and well, all the way around, this is A8 and this is H1. But let us go on to the final point I have. So I've never actually checked out this coach's page. I'm not sure if I've never actually used it, but I'm not sure what it's about. But if you go to study, so in chess.com, you do have openings that you can practice here. and there is some pages at the top you can go over. There is all these different openings that you can go through, and I can just load this up and watch a video on it. But after my first video, I think you have to start paying for the videos. Whereas, yeah, see chess.com lessons, learn from... Oh no, I thought you have to pay for them. I'm not sure if you do or don't have to pay for them in the chess.com section. But in Lichess, everyone gets to share their puzzles. And when I say everyone, I mean everyone. This goes on for a while. Such a while that I could sit here doing this and I would still not run out of puzzles. Openings to look at. This teaches you anything you need to know. If you ever in a game of chess and not knowing what moves to take, I can guarantee you it is most likely in this book somewhere. In this section of Lichess. However, this takes us on to our next section, the watch section. Now, in Lichess, we will start off on Lichess. You can watch broadcasts, which are all the live broadcasts going on right now, and future upcoming broadcasts, and it tells you what the dates are, what's going on. So the Botswana Metropolitan Championship. That's on the 18th of April to the 21st of April. It's the 10-player round robin. If we click it, we can get a little more. Oh, they're in. It's the 18th of April, wasn't it? No, it's the final round of the round robin. Round 8, round 9's in 7 hours. So you can even see when the round is in 7 hours on Lichess. In the watch section, we could also watch live games that are going on right now. And say, for example, you don't know how King of the Hill works, we can watch a King of the Hill game. So basically, you have to get to these 4 squares in the middle. So if the king could get to one of these squares, it can't because obviously these 2 pieces protect it at the moment. But this is also taken up. So these 2 squares are taken up from white's king ever going forward. This king can never come forwards because it's controlled. So if you don't know how these games work, I don't know how anti-chess works, so we could watch this game. However, this is one cool feature about Lichess, which I'm not too sure you can do on chess.com. You can watch these playing now games, but there's only 5 on the screen that you can actually see. And then you can watch Chess 2-4, that's the live stream for the candidates. And you can get the events here. If you press this events board, it does take you to this, but I'm not going to scroll up. Oh, you didn't hear anything, guys. I don't want to get copyrighted. Yeah, so you could watch the candidates live, like it says here. But you can also do the same in Lichess. So if we go to watch and then we go to broadcasts, right there is the candidates. Another cool thing in Lichess is if you go to current games, you get an overview of everything that's going on. Pretty much like how, I don't know how to describe it, but watching all these games go on at once is craziness. So say for example you want to watch a classical game and you don't want to watch one that's like 90% through, nearly near to the end, so you can watch one that's close to the opening, like this one. This one's on the 5th move, which is also a cool feature that I like about Lichess. Now when you are on chess.com, you can also go onto this news section, which I hardly go on ever. However, it is there. You've got a news section, which Lichess doesn't have. Here it just shows you all the people you are friends with and social friends, whereas here it says in community friends. And then you've got tools, of course. So let's weigh up the options. What is actually better? Now, chess.com, if it was paid for, would possibly be better. If it was free, sorry. If chess.com was free, it would possibly be better. However, I am giving the points to Lichess because simply, sure, chess.com's got more variants and it's got bots that you can play against, but Lichess has the, what's it called now? The variants on the bots. So if you don't know how the variant works, you can play it against the bot first and get to know how the variant works, or possibly even try setting up a high level bot stockfish against the variants and seeing if you could beat it and becoming good at variant. Puzzles. This is big for me. I like to do puzzles, and in chess.com you have to pay for them, which is a real big shame because puzzles are one of the main ways of getting better. On to the next point. Lichess has a whole section dedicated to learning about the game, whereas chess.com does have this section. However, I'm not sure if you have to pay for it or not. So, lessons. And I'm not going to get it wrong, by the way. If you go over to chess.com, there is how the pieces move, playing the game, opening principles, but it's just, in my opinion, it's a much longer format. So playing the game is 12 lessons. Now, if we go to Lichess and we go to learn, we just press learn. Playing the game, it's here. And I know it's not 12 lessons, but it's just, if you understand the concept, you can just move on or play on quickly. Whereas in the chess.com, I'm pretty sure it's going to be videos. Yeah, see, there's videos, language of chess, moving and capturing, checks. This is 3 minutes, 3 minutes, 1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute, 2 minutes. Many minutes of your life. Now, I understand you spend many minutes playing chess anyway, but this is just another reason why Lichess is better, in my opinion. And then onto the watch section. Like, Lichess just has a better option. I don't know if it's called UI, but Lichess is better in that sense of having all the games readily available to view, to see. Broadcasts, you can go, so even tournament calendars, we can see when the next tournaments are, things like this. Now, I'm sure you can do this in chess.com also, but it's just readily available in Lichess. I think even Lichess is easier to navigate as a website. I think chess.com has been over-engineered in a sense, and in the wrong ways. Although one thing I can add that is good about chess.com is there is this ranking system compared to rating. So you get a rating and a rank. So say for example, if you play a lot of chess, then you will be ending up in the higher ranks, playing against people that also play a lot. Whereas if you don't play much chess and you're still in like Stone League on chess.com, for example, then you will most likely play against people who are also in the Stone League, which is actually quite a nice feature. So props to chess.com there. However, to wrap this video up, I have gave you most of my opinions related to this subject, and basically gives my opinions on why chess.com is slightly worse than Lichess, to be honest. As Lichess is an organisation, they make all of their money through donations, and this is the donations page of Lichess. And yeah, this is basically you also get put on this list if you are a patron of Lichess. So if you pay or give a donation to Lichess, you get put on this nice, very long list of people. So all these people have been very nice enough to donate to Lichess in the past few days. And that is the only way how Lichess keeps running. And it's the only main competitor against chess.com. I seen a post the other day that said, if Lichess were to die and never be, you know, the website just went down all of a sudden and never got re-uploaded, then chess.com would be the only real chess page that comes up to play chess.com. Well, and this would mean that they would slowly start to fizzle out all of the free features, and eventually chess would be a pay-to-play game. And I'm not sure if I agree with the fact that it'd be a pay-to-play game. I don't think anyone would ever pay to play chess against random people online. However, well, they shouldn't do anyway. They shouldn't have to. I think that's absolutely absurd. However, just like they have got rid of features such as puzzles, they would get rid of other features such as an analysis. Maybe you would have to pay for analysis in the future. And these are just things that are unfortunately sad, but probably true. So I think it's quite important that we do support the organisation that is the charity. I'm not sure if it's a charity, Lichess, or if it's a, you know, it's a. It certainly seems a lot more non-profit than chess.com, especially considering the fact as Lichess only relies on donation. It's an open source software. It's got no ads, no subscriptions, so they could run ads on the website and make money, but they don't. Chess.com does. They don't require subscriptions for any services, so you get all this for free, but not on chess.com. And then chess.com also sells merch. Look. Oh, and they also give the incentive to buy people memberships, so you can gift out memberships to people. However, if we go here, chess.com also has merch, which is, you know, I'm not knocking them for it. Good on you. People want chess merch. People like wearing chess clothing, probably, but Lichess doesn't. Lichess doesn't do. I would buy a Lichess t-shirt. I would wear a Lichess t-shirt to support Lichess, but they don't make them because they do not. I'm not saying they don't have a lot of money. I honestly don't know, but they just want people to enjoy playing chess, which is mainly why I am making this video, because I enjoy playing chess and I want you to enjoy playing chess. So let us support our smaller denominator, Lichess. I think I probably will be playing a lot more on Lichess, just because I want to show my support to this website. And with that said, I am gonna end this episode. I honestly feel strange just recording a random episode. It's not even an episode. I feel weird just recording a random video. I think. Like, I normally end it when I've ended the game, you know? I normally make chess content now. But anyway, guys, on that note, Lichess is better than chess.com for several reasons. Several reasons listed here. And on that bombshell, take it easy, stay positive, and peace.